Hi, I'm Hong. I'm from Georgetown University. I'm very happy to apply for this job and I want to show you my study on the case. In the first part of the question, we have two groups of people, test group and control group. We want to know the difference between the top two box ratings for the questions in a survey. We want to know whether the difference is significant or not at 90% confidence level. Here, I want to introduce my method first. I use z-test for two proportions. I calculate the post-sample proportion first and get the standard error and z-score. Here, because I use z-test, I need to check normal distribution table to get p-value. In the hypothesis test, the null hypothesis is p1 equal to p2, and the alternative one is p1 doesn't equal to p2. The first question asks people whether they think science is important to society or not. The difference between test group and control group is around 17%. The p-value is super small, it's much smaller than 0.1, so we have enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis, and the difference is significant at 90% confidence level. The second question asks people whether they think funding of science experiments is important. The difference is even larger, which is around 28%, and p-value is close to 0. So again, the difference is significant. The third question asks people whether making science more accessible is important. Here the difference is smaller, which is just around 4%, and the p-value is 0.156, which is larger than 0.1. So we can't reject the null hypothesis, and the difference is not significant. In the second part of the question, I want to show you some significant difference between control group and test group among subgroups. I checked age first. Here I use question number 1 as example. We find for all ages, people in control group have lower rating for the test group. I also check gender. So for both genders, people in control group have lower rating. So this is generally true for the whole data set. But I also find some exception. In this table, I use question number 3 as example, and the subgroup I use is question number 4, which asks people whether they are enthusiastic to science. People who answer not at all actually in control group have higher rating than test group, which is different than the whole data set. Well, this is my study on the case. I'm very happy to apply for this position and I'm looking forward to join you in the future. Thank you.